How do you handle bright sun? So taking photos, family photos, kids photos, how do we handle taking those photos in bright sun and in rain? What a question. Those are obviously the greatest challenges that you're going to face when you start shooting outside. There's two ways you can go. You can avoid it completely. If it's raining, you reschedule. If it's bright sun, you only shoot in the shade. Problem solved. Or you come and live in places of the world where it's less sunny and you get to shoot in shady, cloudy, overcast weather all the time. I think this is a more common question actually for people from Seattle, because it's either raining and you can't do shoots because it's raining all the time, or finally when the sun comes out, you don't know how to shoot in it because you never get to see the sun. You don't have any practice. This question doesn't come up as much in other climates, right? Like if you're shooting in the desert, rain probably is not your main issue. And if you're shooting in Hawaii, you'll learn how to shoot in the brightest, hottest, most tropical orange color sun. So you have to deal with that, which it's a boot camp. That's actually where I learned how to shoot in the hot, hot sun. Hawaii, on the beaches. So when you come to a place that's more mild, like Seattle, the weather, the bright sun here is like nothing compared to shooting in tropical sun. The best thing I can tell you is, one, find that shade, shoot in the shade. Two, just embrace the sunshine, shoot, just let it shine right on your subject. It's going to be very saturated. There's going to be contrast. But if you edit it and up the shadows and the blacks, it'll create more of a pastel color look. The images will have a totally different style, but that is an option. And you can also shoot with the sun behind your client, but slightly to the side. So it's hitting the back of their head kind of at a 45-degree angle. And then that creates a little bit of, the light wraps around the side of their face. So they get some light, they're not in total shade. If the light is behind them, then they'll be in shadow. But if the light's just coming from the side, it won't be totally blinding, but it won't be totally dark. So it's kind of the happy balance. And it's kind of like a little trick in your back pocket. So if the sun comes out and you're like, shit, I have to deal with this, just get the sun right there behind them, just turn them. Now that's a little tricky because it means that you have to put in relation where is the sun versus what is the background I'm trying to shoot. Like maybe the pretty background, the ocean and the mountains or whatever, have the sun shining on them. And if you put the person's back to the sun, now you can't see the mountains, right? So that's where you have to like balance what's in the background, where is the lighting, and sometimes at a shoot you just have to do both. Variety. You're gonna have the sun shine on them, and then you're also gonna have the sun from behind them, and you're gonna get all these different things. You'll simplify your life if you schedule your photo shoots at the beginning or the end of the day when you have that softer light, the sun is coming closer from the horizon, and that means that it can hit you from almost any angle and it's not gonna be too intense. With rain, if there's like the lightest tiny drizzle, it can be okay. You can work on it or work with it. But these days I just reschedule because I noticed it wasn't worth it. If it's light rain, the clients, the families, the people are gonna have dots, rain dots, wet drops all over their clothes. The mom's hair is gonna start to get flat in the misty humidity. Especially if she's like got curly hair, she's taking the time to make it all look nice. It's just kind of the whole style. Like they just paid a lot of money to be photographed and to look great and to love these photos, and they're just not gonna love them if they're speckled in water with droopy hair. Also, when it starts to rain more heavily, even if the family's like, we don't care, it's dangerous for your camera equipment. So don't take your camera equipment out in the rain. You can get a rain jacket for your camera. Just Google Amazon rain jacket camera, figure that out. I don't use them because I don't shoot in the rain. And another thing is if you do want to do a shoot in the rain, families don't usually have super cute rain gear. They'll have like hiking jackets and winter snowboard jackets, and that's just like takes the style of the shoot way down. So if you have a family that actually wants to shoot in the rain and you're willing to get a rain jacket for your camera, then put some thought into the style. Like, can they get really fashionable, cute rain jackets and cute umbrellas and little welly boots and like, actually like play up the fact you're playing in the rain. Right? So those are kind of the extremes. Sun, rain. Let me know if you have any other questions on that one.